시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다 LG 울트라 기어 그리고 넘버원 에너지 드링크 하시스와 함께하는
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here after a long season that's included lots of ups and downs. The near return of OZ to respectability and the fall of Jenner Green Wings. We finally made it to the playoffs, where in the top bracket we had the fastest best of 5 in Challengers Korea history, where Element Mystic just got obliterated by Team Dynamics, and then now in the lower bracket we had Spear Gaming pull off quite the upset against Breon Blade. A lot of people considered Breon Blade the favorites when it came to best of 5 due to their I would probably say that they have the best drafting in the league. However, despite the drafting, despite everything, Spear Gaming just played their usual. They were forced into some uncomfortable situations, you know. Spear Gaming used to playing slow and steady. They were forced by Breon Blade to play aggressive in the early game, and they applied a lot of pressure, but it ended up biting them back as Spear Gaming played very well under that pressure and ended up taking the series 3-1 after Breon Blade threw. Breon Blade had the lead at 15 minutes, pretty significantly every game, but still lost 1-3. Nonetheless, after Spear Gaming played a wonderful match, they now have to face Team Dynamics in the finals of Challengers Korea. It will be a very interesting game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, well, my name is Takeoff. I've always casted Challengers Korea this whole split, and I've been following Challengers Korea for about. Jeez, it's 2020 now, so I guess that makes this is my 5th year watching Challengers Korea. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. I've been watching since 2015. I didn't watch any NLB. I watched some Challengers Korea, but I didn't watch any of the NLB era. But I did watch all of Challengers Korea. But nonetheless, as we see here, the 4th seed Spear Gaming beat the 3rd seed Breon Blade, and the 2nd seed Dynamics beat the 5th seed Element Mystic, which brings us to our finals. For those that didn't watch, Dynamics did have the fastest best of 5 in Challengers Korea history against Element Mystic. Breon Blade took game 1. However, after that, Spear Gaming just had their way, got the good old almost a reverse sweep. But made away with that match as we are now in the finals. Team Dynamics versus Spear Gaming. It's come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. That reminds me. Before I fell asleep earlier today, I don't know. But nonetheless, we're going to be taking a look at first the Dynamics lineup. To no surprise, it's the same as always. Rich, Beyond, Kuzan, FaZe, and Guger. This will be the first time that both these teams will be appearing in the finals, though. For Dynamics, it's more of a technicality on why they haven't reached the finals. They've always been the 1st seed for as long as they've been for like the past 2 splits. They made 1st seed and didn't have to play in the playoffs, but now they actually have to go through the playoffs, and they're looking to make a win happen today. This will be, if they win, this will be the first time that the 1st seed in playoffs for Challengers Korea wins the finals in the springs. The 1st seed has never won in the spring. However, on the flip side, neither has the seed that Spear are in. So a first will happen today. Both these seeds are normally cursed. Usually we see the 2nd or the 3rd seed winning the spring, but looks like the 1st or the 4th could be the one to do it. As we take a look at Spear Gaming's lineup, they're going to be running Destroy, Winter Tank, Jaguar, and Zeus, with Chasey and Delka on the bench. Delka back to being listed as an ADC sub, no longer a support sub. But it is possible that we could see him come in for support if we do see Zeus struggling. But Zeus is going to be starting for Spear Gaming today. Last time we saw Chasey starting in the semifinals, and he is not very good. I will say that. I was excited for him because I had heard rumors that he was quite the player, but apparently that was not the case. Apparently that man is not very good. So. And we'll be seeing Chasey on the bench as Tank will be starting today. As we take a look at the history between these two teams, last year in Challengers Korea in the first round robin, last year in Challengers Korea first round robin in the summer, Dynamics was 2-1 in their match, and then 2-0 in the second match. And in this split, they lost the first time to Spear Gaming way early in the spring, but then after that, a quick 2-0 to put them down. Which means that in total, Team Dynamics are 6-3 against Spear Gaming. The most notable one, though, is that recent one, that 2-0. That was when Spear Gaming has the lineup that they have now, and they really did not look good against Team Dynamics. Team Dynamics absolutely obliterated them, and it was not fun to watch. As we see here, the key matchup will be FaZe versus Jaguar. Jaguar does have 2 MVPs under his belt, and one of them is a playoff MVP. He did win Man of the Match in the semifinals. And something to note here, they're both very good Aphelios players. FaZe is undefeated, 8-0 on the Aphelios, meanwhile Jaguar is 7-2. But they're both fantastic Aphelios players. I consider Jaguar the best Aphelios. FaZe is up there. I'd probably put him at 2 or 3 when it comes to best Aphelios players in Challengers Korea. So I would expect that to be pretty much banned. I don't think either team wants to risk handing that over. But maybe we'll see teams compete for that spot. Maybe we'll see some teams try to force other picks instead of the Aphelios, or try to sneak it in and first pick it themselves if they're on blue side. We don't know. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are starting up the draft. The Team Dynamics will be starting off on the blue side. One second, hold on. My commentary is going to be a bit weird. Okay, sweet. There we go. Never mind, we'll be good. So the first ban will surprise Aphelios from Spear, like I said. We're either going to see them try to sneak it or immediately just outright ban it out. We tried to see, it looks like Dynamics were going to try to sneak it, but Spear Gaming, we're having none of that. They're banning away Lucian as well, another high priority pick for Dynamics. Kuzan and Rich, both fantastic Lucian players, and Fiaz also knows how to play it as well. Is it FaZe or Fiaz? Quest would know. Quest, is it FaZe or Fiaz? You're in chat, right? You're the Korean. You're my token Korean friend. You tell me. But Pantheon, Elise, and Senna, all going to be banned out. They're all pretty standard bans, but at the same time they're kind of targeted. Tank is quite the Pantheon player. Winter can really steal a lot of objectives with that Elise, and Senna is just banned because it's Senna. As we see, Kalista is going to be the last ban for Spear Gaming, and Team Dynamics will prioritize that Varus pick. Gives them flexibility. Fiaz 3-2 on the Varus. He can play it on hit. He can play it lethality as well. So we could see this comp go either way. I was surprised to not see them prioritize the set, which is what we see Spear Gaming pick up here. Also, another thing about the Varus that could be potentially flex in the mid lane. We did see Scarlet play it a lot this season, undefeated on it in the mid lane. Or no, actually lost his first game against lost the first game on Varus against Team Dynamics. But nonetheless, Destroy, as we see 6-2 on the set, and we see the Misfortune no surprise counter pick there for Jaguar. As it's going to be Trundle picked up for Team Dynamics. 5-5 Jaguar is on the Misfortune, so not one of his best champions as we see, and I would probably agree, it's probably not one of the champions he's most well known on. But Jaguar is a pretty versatile ADC. He has a pretty deep champion pool. He can play a lot of champions to a high standard, as we see Lee Sin being picked in for Winter. Likes those champions that can gap close, because like I said, he's really good at stealing those objectives. This pretty much never... No. There was a 50-50 smite that he lost once. He did lose a 50-50 smite, but it was against Agragas, and I don't blame him for that. But Winter, I would probably say, like, if there's a 50-50 smite, there's a 95% chance he's going to win that. Gives me a lot of Malice vibes when it comes to those 50-50 smites. Except for whenever he didn't smite Baron, and he lost it to MVP. That was pretty fun. I'm sure I bring that up all the time just because I love bringing it up. It's my favorite thing to bring up to any of the old BBQ members. Like, the first thing I'll say to any of them is just like, hey, you remember, or to the players specifically, like I bring it up to, or Quest too, I bring it up to Quest, bring it up to Malice, bring it up to Hyokong, hey, and Deus, hey, you guys remember that time you guys lost Baron? because Mouse and Wind wanted to do the Callisto Ren Smite combo, and they fucked it up beyond belief. I remember. But nonetheless, we are in the second phase of bans, and we do see a Tom Kench and a LeBlanc ban coming in. Obviously the Tom Kench to prevent the Tom Kench Varus bot lane that a lot of teams like to run. And a LeBlanc ban targeted towards Kuzan. And the Syndra and Azir bans both targeted towards tank. He's I'd probably say the best Azir player in CK, and up there with the best Syndra players. I'd probably say Crown's the best Syndra player, and then I'd say it's tank. Any of those backline mages, tank really specializes in playing. As we're going to see the Zoe pick for him, as, like I said, the backline mages, I guess Zoe definitely fits that profile. Malzahar being hovered by Kuzan. And it's going to be locked. I think that's a bit interesting to put him on the Malzahar. I feel like Malzahar doesn't really give, like, I feel like you put Malzahar on your mid laner if your mid laner's the worst mid laner between the two. Like, a good example would be the 2017 World Finals, Crown being put on what I call Malzahar duty the entire series, and didn't lose lane to Faker. That either didn't lose lane or didn't lose lane hard, because it's pretty much impossible to lose lane hard on Malzahar. If you lose lane, it's only by a small margin that doesn't matter because you're Malzahar. As Galio is going to be the last pick for Dynamics, and Zeus hovering that Morgana, but he's probably going to pick the Nautilus. He likes to play that, which makes me sad because he's going to miss a lot of hooks. He's probably I feel like of all the supports that play Nautilus and CK, he has to be down there with one of the worst ones and landing hooks. I would rather Eon play Nautilus than Zeus. That's my opinion on that. But nonetheless, we are gonna see quite the team comps coming out from both of these teams. Let me make sure I got everything right. Okay, looks like I do. So for Dynamics, they're going to be running the Aatrox in the top lane to match Destroy Set. Jungle is going to be the matchup of Taric versus Lee Sin. Mid lane will be the Zoe for tank versus the Kuzan, picking Malzahar, which is, like I said, I think is a bit odd. In bot lane, we will have Fiez and Guger running Varus and Galio, while Spear Gaming will run the very, very good synergy bot lane of the Nautilus and the Misfortune.
개인적으로도 좋은 승률을 보여주고 있고 챌린저스에서는 62% 승률을 보여준 리신이라는 카드를 또 윈터가 어떻게 활용할지도 많은 분들이 재밌게 볼 수 있는 게임인 것 같습니다.
네, 실제로 윈터 선수는 지금 50%의 리신 승률을 가지고 있고 뭐 많이 사용하는 장면이 있긴 했습니다만은 원하는 만큼의 좋은 모습이 안 나올 때도 있었는데 오늘 중요한 이 다이나믹전에서
Alright,
멋진 리신 플레이.
ladies and gentlemen, we are finally starting the first game of Challengers Korea Finals. It is Team Dynamics versus Spear Gaming. I would be perfectly fine with either of these teams advancing. There are a lot of players on both these teams that I really like, but let's see which one's going to be the better one between the two. Was Taric left open in the draft? Why didn't hold on, wait, let me look back at the draft. Yeah, why didn't they pick Varus Taric? Varus Taric is such a good ball lane. Oh well. I like the Galio too. I like the Galio as a counter. Wait, no, actually I don't like the Galio. For some reason I thought that Spear picked Jarvan. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't pick Taric. But nonetheless, Han dual set Team Dynamics fighting! Han dual set Spear Gaming fighting! As we start up this first game, pretty standard 5-point starts from both these teams. We see this a lot in Challengers Korea, and especially so in the playoffs. Neither team really wants to take that first risk, but we do see Zeus placing a nice ward there to spot out any jungle rotations, but Beyond is on the top side of the map, so he will not be spotted by that ward, most likely, unless he does do a straight rotate down. We'll see what happens though, as Rich is going to wait for Destroy to show first before he shows himself, as we see the very standard no leash Trundle. Hopefully we won't see Beyond AFK farm. On the note of Beyond, I feel like he's really out of place on this Dynamics lineup. All these players, they're top 3, top 4 in their positions, and then you just have Beyond, who probably isn't up there in the top 4. And a lot of people were, I was really thrown off at the fact that they dropped Gangnam, who ended up being one of the best junglers. I'd probably say the best jungler this split. And they dropped him in exchange for Beyond. I was really blown away by that. I don't know if it was a salary issue, I don't know what it was, but I don't know, maybe he didn't want to be on the team anymore, who knows. But if I were Dynamics, I would have tried to keep him. Maybe they did. Who knows? But we do see Guger placing a very smart deep ward. Gonna also give Fiez a little bit of solo XP. As we see here, oh, might see a taunt here in the bot lane. Guger is gonna help FaZe get a bit of poke on the Zeus. We do see Destroy coming into the jungle, but he's gonna find nothing. Trundle has already cleared out all of it. And with that, they do know that Trundle's somewhere on the bottom side of the map, but they don't know where he is specifically, as the jungler is gonna trade Scuttle Crabs. Lee's gonna get the top one, and Trundle's gonna get the bottom one. And ooh, we are going to see Winter come up onto Rich, and Rich trying to get away, and he does. Doesn't give away that signature first blood that we're used to seeing him giving away, but we do see Beyond rotate to his Raptors. Still just jungling, is going to be now just a tiny bit ahead of Winter. Winter is staying there. Winter is investing a lot into this top lane gank. He knows that Rich is going to step up again at one point. He knows what kind of player he is. Let's see if Rich has learned from experience. Or will he have to learn the hard way here? The ward is still in a good spot. Guger and Beyond are both coming on the top side of the map here. They both want to come for this counter gank. Oh wait, they know I just realized they know Winter's there. He's sitting on a ward. I just noticed that. I just noticed he's sitting on a ward. Destroy's gonna flash up, but here comes Guger. Gonna be here. Flash taunt and a teleport coming in. Here comes Beyond. First blood onto Destroy. Kuzan's gonna get onto Destroy. Or first blood on the winner, I should say. Gonna get onto Destroy, and then that's another kill. I didn't even realize he was sitting on a ward the entire time. Oh my goodness. What an intelligent play from Rich. That's the first time I've seen Rich ward. By the way, that's the first time I've ever seen him ward and it be of use to him. That was insane. Very smart play from Guger to come up, and a nice teleport from Kuzan. Doesn't miss out on too much either, as we take a look at the replay. Sitting on a ward that entire time. And watch this. Destroy thinks he has the play. Flashes up, but then Guger flashes in for the taunt. And Beyond puts up the pillar to separate them. And it's easy 2 isolated kills for both Guger and Beyond, as Kuzan is going to teleport in for the cleanup. Rich not going to give away the first blood this time, as instead we are going to see Spear Gaming give up 2 kills for the first bloods. With that now, it's quite the advantage for Dynamics to have. Kuzan now level 6 is probably going to either... No, I was gonna say either gonna get the blue buff or blue buff wasn't up, so yeah, it's pretty obvious that he was gonna reset there. As Destroy uses the grit, doesn't find it though. Destroy backed early, or well, died early, I should say, so did have to invest in the whatchamacallit, the Executioner's Calling. So he is not going, he's going to at least deny any healing from Rich, but that is going to be the level 6 for Rich. Destroy, trying to get a good angle to ult towards his tower. He does find the angle, but it's not a good enough one, as Beyond gets another kill from Destroy. And Destroy now, showing forms of what was a big problem for him in the second round robin of the regular season, just dying a lot in lane. And it's like Rich and Destroy switched bodies. And like, you know that commercial where it's like that English like 17-year-old soccer player and Ronaldo, where like they switch bodies in that commercial, and then like they both have to get used to their new lives. That's what I imagine Rich and Destroy. That's what I imagine happened to Rich and Destroy. Is they like ran into each other in the hallway and they switch bodies. No, not Freaky Friday. No. I'm thinking of the commercial. It's like an Adidas commercial or a Nike commercial. No, I don't remember if it has a name, but I know that like Ronaldo and some fans switch bodies, and then like, yeah, but nonetheless, oh, Beyond spotted out Winter there with his sweeping lens. And we do see Winter trying to invest in a lane gank here. Fiez and Guga are going to peel off into the river, though, as they're going to start up this dragon, as Beyond is just not going to be able to do anything about it, it seems. He just has to sit there. He doesn't quite have the experience, because Beyond is level 6, he's level 5, so he probably doesn't win that smite. Winter is going to wait for them to come back to lane, and then he's going to gank. The thing is, though, Zeus might not get level 6, because he's soaking this XP. And FaZe and Guga know better. They're playing pretty safe. But there's the hook, and FaZe is going to throw out the Varus ultimate, and Guga went back in! They're low. Here comes Rich. Rich does have the ultimate, so he's going to be able to clean up kills here, actually, as that's going to be one kill going over to Dynamics, but the second one's not going to find. I don't know about going back in there, even with Rich teleporting down, but they do go 1 for 1. So at least they get something out of that. As they're also going to get some plating, so like, you know what, it was worth it in the long range. It was worth it, I guess. Good reaction from Rich to teleport down. As we see now, Dynamics gonna start off this Herald, and there's pretty much nothing that Spear Gaming can do about it. Maybe Winter can pull up, maybe Winter can activate. As we do see Destroy gonna be taunted by this Galio. Beyond is coming up to try to secure the kill onto him. He's gonna pop the pillar, gonna ult him as well. He is not in a good place here. Does have to use the grit flashes to try to insect Guga into his tower, but it's not gonna work. He's gonna go down, and Destroy is giving up 3 kills now at 9 minutes 43 seconds into the game. And he is just inting away any hopes that Spear Gaming has of taking this first game. And Set is having a terrible time, indeed, so far. As he, look at the item gap, just the item. God. The item gap tells you nothing. It's going to be worse whenever Rich recalls. He's going to get even better items. It's going to be rough for Destroy. So we're going to take a look at the replay here. Fantastic job by the Galio. Waits just long enough to get the max charge on that W, and Beyond comes up, pops the pillar, and Destroy uses the flash there, which I thought was interesting considering that 4 members are coming up to get you. There's no way that you survive that, but he felt like using it anyway. Destroy is forced out of lane. The Herald's going to be popped, and it's going to kill the tower, and that's the first turret going over to Team Dynamics, and once again, Spear Gaming forced into a high-pressure situation where, ooh, Rich knows he's in there. He's trying to zone him away from killing the crab so he can get a charge in. Now, the thing is, though, this is exactly how every single game for Spear Gaming started off in their match against Breon Blade. A lot of pressure was put on. Oh, that's a fantastic ultimate. It's not going to be able to find the kill, though. That was a really good ultimate by Jaguar, but unfortunately it was in vain. Mado's not able to help confirm a kill there. Probably should have tried to get something onto the Varus, but he didn't have Ignite. Varus had ultimate and flash, so wise of him not to go in, but nonetheless,
재미가 없는 상황인 거예요. 그동안에 이제 갈리오가 만든 것들과 노틸러스
Like I was saying, this is exactly how every game for Spear Gaming started off in their match against Brion Blade, and they won 3-1, so all hope is not yet lost. There is still the chance of coming back.
게다가 근처에 DYN 선수도 대기 중. 정글러끼리의 레벨 격차도 지금
The problem with that, though, is that Brion Blade weren't really good at executing their composition when it came to the mid to late game. And Dynamics,
여기를 먹어본 적이 없어요 지금.
whenever they get leads, I've only seen but here's the thing. I was just about to say I've only seen them throw a couple of times, but I'm gonna pause that because Tank gonna be able to get away there. As we're gonna see a fight between Destroy, Rich, and Winter. Rich has to flash and pop the ultimate. Let's see if he can find something here. Here comes a teleport. He's going to be able to land this big Q. It's going to land on a Destroy. Teleport coming in. It's going to be the combo from Winter. And the ultimate being used by Destroy to get the kill there. Tank has arrived as well. But it's in vain because Rich is popping off. And that's the double kill for the Trundle. As Rich helps set up all 3 kills there. 7 assists on him now. Rich is just playing out of his mind, ladies and gentlemen. Landing all these Qs, absolutely disgusting play from Rich.
뭔가 달라요. 아트록스 잡을 리치는 그렇죠. 그 특히 아트록스가 이제 스킬 연계할 때 농구로 치면
And if there's a Finals MVP award, if Dynamics win today, that he certainly gets my vote for Finals MVP. I'll tell you what. Geez, what a fantastic play, or playoffs MVP, I should say in general. He's been playing out of his mind this entire playoff campaign. As we see the replay here, Rich delaying just long enough for his team to come up. Teleport coming in from Kuzan because they see the Zoe coming up to make it a 1-on-3 attempt. But the Trundle shows up as well. Tank trying to set up these kills. And Destroy does help get the kill onto Kuzan, but it doesn't matter because Rich just helps get up the other 3. And it just furthers their lead. Going 3 for 1, certainly worth it, as now we see a 4K, almost 4K gold lead. Zeus missing the hook there. If you want a drinking game at home, ladies and gentlemen, take a shot every time Zeus misses a hook. I would drink myself, but I have to enter stuff for Leaguepedia, and I can't do that while I'm drunk. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Zeus gonna be recalling here as Dynamics are just gonna take the dragon.
경기가 이어집니다.
아까 조이 빼고라는 말씀을 드렸었는데 거기서 조이도 이제 빼야 돼요. 모든 라인이 다 밀립니다.
But yeah, for those that are just now watching Challengers Korea, Rich, someone pointed out in chat, Rich was basically called he wasn't called the faker of HOTS, really only League of Legends fans referred to him as that, but he's basically considered the best Heroes of the Storm player of all time. Actually, maybe they did refer him to it, I don't know. From what someone told me that no one in HOTS called him the faker of HOTS. But he also just hates League of Legends, so he might be talking out of his ass, but nonetheless. You should take a hit whenever he misses a hook. I can't be high and do Leaguepedia stuff, Quest.
엄청난 차이를 보이고 있습니다.
아까 아트록스 바텀 탭 탔을 때 세트가 하나 먹는 거 딱 그거죠.
자, 그리고 아래
I was thinking about doing that for the Dynamics vs Ultimate Mystic match, but I'm pretty sure it breaks Twitch TOS if I partake in the marijuanas on stream. And as Stephen A. Smith once said, stay off the weed. You can say anything if you put your mind to it. Jesus Christ, Quest.
선수에 따라서 당연히 편차가 좀 심한 것도 맞고 뭐 그냥 무난히 가면 좀 안 좋아 보이는
I love how
상대적인 것 같아요. 그러니까 뭐냐면 상대 구도가 지금 말자라서 그런 효과가 크다는 거죠. 만약에 좀 서로 비슷하면 조이도 반반 간다고 무조건 뭐
But we are going to see Dynamics just doing as they please in Spear Gaming's jungle. It's no longer Spear Gaming's jungle. It is now Dynamics' jungle. This entire jungle is their jungle, as we see Beyond just taking the red buff right in front of Winter's face, and Beyond's like, Beyond messed up the blast cone there, but nonetheless, it's going to be okay. But we do see Kusan pushing in this mid lane.
말자 때문에 또 소울 장식들을 섞어줄 수밖에 없었습니다. 아트록스가 굉장히 좀 깊이 들어와서 압박을 하고 있습니다만은 저기를 바라볼 여유가 없습니다.
아까부터 말씀하셨지만 여기는 그냥 계속 다이나믹스 땅이고 위쪽도 이미 영토 장악을 다 당해서
As Destroy is going to be going for that Blade of the Ruin King, which will certainly help him against the Aatrox and the Trundle.
티어 게이밍이 지금 강가로 나가는
Mountain Drake coming up in about 2 minutes 36 seconds. So teams are starting to contest the vision as we see Rich and Beyond going to be doing this Herald here. Going to make it 2 for 2. As Winter's on the wrong side of the map for this one.
다 다이나믹스고 직접.
네, 다이나믹스
Beyond currently 4-0-2.
긍정적인 모습을 보여주고 있습니다. 두 번째 전령까지
Rich though 0-0-7 has set up 7 kills for his team, only not involved in 1 kill.
이렇게 압박을 당하고
보이나요,
강가를
문제가?
못 나가면 그나마 반전을 만들 수 있는 건 보통은 텔이거든요. 숫자 차이를 갑자기 만들면서. 근데 강가 밖으로도 못 나가면 그런 텔각을 잡을 와드를 박을 찬스가 없어요.
와 그리고 아주 진짜 잘 같아요 다이나믹스 이런 거 타이밍도.
빠르게
네.
미드 모였죠?
근데
어디죠?
오히려 방어하는 스피어가 빙 돌아가야 되잖아요. 지금은 주도권이 없으니까.
끌려갑니다.
So we see the tower charge here.
끌게 해주고요. 미드
Gonna hit the tower.
참 잘하는데요 진짜.
깔끔합니다. 군더더기 없는 운영을 보여주고 있어요.
And
아 이건 진짜 너무나도 잘해서 뭐 별다른 코멘트가 필요가 없을 정도예요.
그만큼 습격 게이밍도 뭔가 변수를 만들어내기에는 어려움을 계속해서 겪고 있습니다.
네.
just back to farm state, I guess. The aggression has ended, it seems, as we haven't seen a kill in quite some time, and Dynamics are pretty much satisfied with the lead that they have and are just going to play slow and steady from here, want to farm up and further their lead and just wait for objectives to come up. We do have the Mountain Drake coming up in a minute, 5 seconds.
네.
Nothing really to fight over at the moment either, so I guess they want to avoid fighting over nothing.
특히 탑 쪽에서 이제 손해 본 게 너무 컸죠 그
Plating is down, there's no
근데 그게 또
objectives to fight over.
버스의 강점을 통해서 결국 서포터
All they can do is just push in these lanes. You would
연결되고 다 그렇게 되는데
그 이후로는 그 주도권을
Ooh.
계속해서 이득을 불려나가는 모습만 보이고 있는데요. 습격 게이밍이 그 손해를 보더라도 본인들도 이득을 가져오는 그런 장면 한번 만들어보고 싶은 것 같아요.
As we see
네,
Team Dynamics
나왔습니다.
just
이대로 가면 안 된다라는 생각이에요.
ARAMing it up, it seems. Running 3 people in the mid lane, but the thing is, Spear Gaming, this is going to allow them to put down some vision, and now Dynamics have to walk into their vision to try to contest this dragon. Zeus has a great spot here, is going to give it up though. Destroy's going to stay on the spot. Beyond, ooh, might be able to pick off Zeus here. Zeus going to be able to just hook away. Here comes Destroy going for the big play. Misfortune Ultimate going to do a lot of work, but can they find any kills? Vars is going to be taken down by Winter. This is the fight that Spear Gaming are looking for. Let's see if they can convert on this. Kuzan still alive, and Rich is able to pick up a kill there in the back line. Able to scare off Jaguar as well. Gonna hit by the Sleepy Chubble Bubble, but here comes Tank going down, and now that's 2 kills. Going over to Team Dynamics. Winter's still alive though.
봤는데 결과가
Does he want to try to steal this?
그래도 이게 어디냐?
애매하네요.
아는 것 같은데.
Oh, here comes Rich actually gonna look for him, and that's gonna prompt Winter to go into the pit. Can he get it? He cannot. He is going to go down, and that's going to be the dragon for Team Dynamics. As already at 19 minutes 25 seconds, we are taken to Soul Point.
이건 되게 예술이라고 봤는데
맞습니다.
말자가 빨대를 넣어
Winter had no intention of trying to steal that, but was forced to try to make a play, since Rich had that sixth sense of knowing where he is.
잡아내는 장면까지는 좋았습니다만
And
사실 다이나믹스도 너무나 본인들이 유리한 걸 알기 때문에 정교하게 들어간 건 아니었어요.
that was a pretty good Misfortune Ultimate from Jaguar, and it looked like a really good fight for Spear Gaming, but they just couldn't convert from there because Beyond and Rich are just too fed. Rich has yet to die, and he's just popping off on this Aatrox, and Kuzan, all he had to do was just wait for all of Spear Gaming to burn their abilities, and then just went in and was like, hey, I'm here to pick up assists.
그나마 킬을 기록한
I heard I can get free assists here. Is that true? And apparently it was.
아쉬운 장면이었습니다.
So he's now sitting at 3-1-4.
손드래곤
This top jungle duo still has not died. Rich and Beyond, still deathless. Rich was able to pick up his first kill,
그러니까 오전 3
as he's now sitting at 1-0-9.
정도는 좀 이렇게 애매할 수 있거든요. 근데 변수 많으니까요 오늘. 스피어 게이밍도 길게 보면서 멘탈 관리 계속 해야겠죠.
실제로 습격 게이밍이 올라온 과정을 보면 그리온 블레이드와의 경기에서도
As now Kuzan just gonna push in this tier 1, finally gonna be able to take it down, as it's not gonna be 4 turrets to none. Spear Gaming have not taken anything. If they hadn't gotten any kills, this would be a perfect game so far.
지금은
Dynamics have gotten every herald,
좀 세요. 지금 보니까
they've gotten every dragon, they've gotten every turret, they just have given up 3 kills unfortunately. As we see, oh, that's a dead Destroy. What are you doing there? Why is Destroy in that bush, ladies and gentlemen? I have no idea.
템트리 자체가 지금 아이스크림 템트리예요.
But nonetheless,
누워있는 모습이 처량하게 느껴집니다.
we are,
용을 끊는 게 확률이 낮은 도박이라고 말씀을 드리는 건 자, 용이 나오니까 용에서 승부가
I feel like
거기서 실패하고 나면 이제는 바로
yeah,
말고
this is definitely a Freaky Friday between Rich and Destroy.
빈틈을 안 보입니다. 예측 가능한
At one point during the break between the first and the second round robin, at one point
그 용은 과감하게 포기하더라도
they just switched bodies,
사이드에서 다른 챔피언이라도 잡아먹든가
and everyone was like,
뚫어놓고 우리 아니야 다 퍼-
"Are you two okay?" Like they ran each other like at a Starbucks, they like ran into each other and like bonked heads, and everyone's like, "Oh, are you guys okay?" And it's like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay." And they get up and walk away, and then they like go back to their team houses, and like Rich goes to the Spear Gaming team house, and then Destroy goes to the Dynamics, or like they go to their own normal gaming houses, but they're in the wrong bodies, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And they look in the mirror and they're like, "Oh God, we've switched bodies."
이제 와서 그러면
And then so now Destroy's emptying out of his mind, and Rich is playing like, out of his mind, and it's a big F for Destroy.
변수 만드는 게 최선이
As he might have given away by sitting in the bush.
이 사이드를 말자와 아트로스가 밀고 있어서
As we see beyond, gonna get hit by the Q by Winter, but nothing gonna happen beyond that.
이상 안 물리는 각이에요, 이거는.
맞아요.
스피어가 뭐 어떤 슈퍼 플레이 하는 게 중요한 게 아니라
자, 사이드 밀고 이제
You do see
그러자 어쩔 수 없이 뒤로
Fia's trying to find people with the Varus Q, is going for the poke Varus. I forgot to check up on that as the game started, but now we definitely see it's the poke Varus, as Beyond is going to be going in, does find a pillar, but it's not the right angle, so they're not going to be able to go on to
탑을 가져가는 다이나믹스입니다.
Tank, and instead it's going to be Dynamics, just
말도 안 되게 틈 차이가 나서
continuing to choke the life out of Spear Gaming.
3천 가까이 골드 차이 벌어졌습니다. 선들도 너무 단단합니다. 오데스
저희도 아직 모렐로도 완성이 안 됐고요. 이 보도일도
그 말자가 가만히 놔두면 완전 거슬리긴 할 텐데 저게 또 쉽게 죽지도 않는데 되게 단기도 껄끄러울 겁니다. 원래 옛날부터 말자가 그 영겁에다가 막 이것저것 섞고 약간 준 탱커형 빌드도 많이 유행했었던 팀이었는데 어떻게 해야 되나요? 그냥 드래곤 때 나가야죠.
바론을 다이나믹스가 쳐주는 게 오히려 지금 스피어한테 희망이에요. 급하게 쳐주는 거.
어쩔 수 없이 나가야 됩니다. 드래곤 30초입니다. 다이나믹스는 뭐 급할 게 없습니다. 선택의
As
가지수가 워낙 많기 때문에
we do see a nice flank set up on Beyond. Let's see if he can find it. The Trouble Bubble is wasted, and Beyond's actually going to go right onto Destroy. An ultimate basically being wasted by Jaguar. Couldn't find anybody with that. Now Richard's teleporting in, pops the ultimate. He's going to flash onto Winter. That's one kill for Destroy. Can he find more? He has found Zeus. Zeus forced the flash, but Fiaz is going to be able to pick up the kill there. Tank forced the flash away, but it is...
자, 결국
Oh, actually, he is going to be able to get away. I thought Rich was going to continue the pursuit, but now that's going to mean that Dynamics are going to peel onto the Baron. And that's certainly going to be the Baron for them. 3 members of Spear Gaming are down. There's no way they get this Baron. Forrest is going to back to teleport to the Baron, and that's going to be, like I said, easy peasy, lemon squeezy Baron. Not going to be able to contest it if you're Spear Gaming, unless Tank can, like, come and find that Rich, or not Rich, sorry, Beyond smited too early and then smited himself after picking up the smite.
뽑고 한 콜 돌렸을 때가 무섭고 더 빌드면은 진짜 1초 빌드라서 지금
25분 만에 드래곤 영혼 그리고
And
바론까지 가져오는 다이나믹스.
that's going to be
사이드한 게임 만들고 있습니다.
글로벌 골드 11,000골드.
the Dragon going over to Dynamics as they get the Soul and the Baron to have the icing on the cake. And we're going to take a look at the replay here, and Kuzan does get ulted by Zeus, but he just flashes away and is fine, as we see Rich teleports in and just cleans up the fight from there. Wait, how did that hook not land? Wait a minute.
그래요 세트랑 1대1 해도
He hooked the dead tower and it didn't hook him in. How did that happen? Did it get canceled?
생각이 바쁩니다. 이 정도의 힘의 격차가 있어요.
I don't know.
이게 바코드 지금 체력 바코드들이 다 말도 안 돼요. 그리고 누굴 잡아야 될지 모르겠어요.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen,
너무나
자,
힘겨운
이거라도
상황.
끊자. 이거라도 끊자.
위치라도
3명 레이드 타시면은 네, 뭐 잡을 순 있는데 이 잡으면
그리고 이미 들통났습니다.
this is looking to be...
혼자? 혼자인데요?
Oh, Jaguar flashing away there. It's looking to be a very one-sided game, and hopefully it won't be a one-sided match. Could you imagine if this best of 5 was faster than the previous one? Could you imagine? That'd be hilarious. That would suck though. That really would suck. I really hope it doesn't go that way. But Beyond is gonna get poked by the Zoe here, and Rich is gonna be running the 4-1 in the bot lane, and Destroy pretty much just forced to try to prevent him from taking the turret. But the Baron minions are putting in work, and Destroy's actually gonna come to mid lane because everyone that started a fight there that's Beyond taking a ton of damage. He's gonna be able to flash away, and Rich, here he comes, pops the ultimate, and it just scares away everybody. Pops the happy B emote just to put down the disrespect and the BM. As we see, they take the mid lane inhibitor, and they're trying to find poke on the tank, trying to find some more picks. They're gonna take the bottom lane inhibitor. It's gonna go down 2. So that just leaves the top lane standing by itself and these Nexus turrets. Dynamics are going to look to end the game here. They're going to be taking away this first turret in just a moment. It's going to go down. Winter, Jaguar, and Tank are the only ones remaining between Dynamics and the Nexus, but they just can't do anything, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the game for Team Dynamics. GG. As they pick up the first win of the match.
보통 체코내에서 이제 분류를 할 때 커라벌 게이밍한테 아쉽게 다이나믹스가 밀리긴 했어도 그래도
And
팀이라고 계속 많이 불렀어요.
ladies and gentlemen, it was just quite the one-sided match. Dynamics instantly, we saw them do what Breon Blade did to start off their match. They put a lot of pressure in the early game. They focused a lot on the solo lanes, or more so top lane in this case, since the Malzahar just won lane by itself. And because of that, they were able to scale, and that's what I like about the team comp that they picked. They had the Varus in the bot lane with the Galio. It was very hard to find anything on that lane. They had the Malzahar in the mid lane, pretty much impossible to get a gank in that lane. So all Beyond had to do was just camp top and win the game, and that's exactly what happened. They played around the top lane, and Spear Gaming tried to do that, but all it did was just bite them in the ass, because every time they tried to make a play on the top side of the map, Beyond, Kuzan, and sometimes Guger were just always there ready to make the counter gank happen. And it was just too easy for them, quite honestly. And hopefully we see Spear Gaming pull out a better tactic when they play on the next side, and hopefully that tactic doesn't involve subbing in Chasey. I would hate for them to sub out Tank. That would be miserable to watch. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at the replay of the last fight in just a moment. And then we'll take a look at the post-game damage to just see how much damage that Aatrox did. And to no one's surprise, Dynamics took game 1. It was pretty much expected for them to take the game 1. But Spear Gaming, if they want to make this a match, they need to win this game too. The winning on blue side is very important in these best of 5s. And especially in Challengers Korea, when most of the wins come from blue side. As we take a look at the replay of the last fight, the Misfortune Ultimate was pretty good, but again, just Dynamics have that Mountain Soul and are just 2 ahead. And look at that, Rich, just all he has to do is ult. And you know the passive where his ult makes minions feared? But wow, look at Fiez and Guger's damage. Kuzan also did a ridiculous amount of damage, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, that is it from us for game 1. Next game we will see Spear Gaming play on the blue side. Will they be able to come back, or will we see Dynamics take this to match point in 2 games? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after a break. Stay tuned and stay watching. Who's going to win game 2? Find out next.